people will go to desperate measures to eat. You ever been hungry for over 24 hours? How I feel. And black mothers now they have to choose between diapers and dinner. You see, the diapers and dinner, that's tough, for people that's not used to living like that because they always have some food stamps on their card. James Mack here with you one more time, wanting to talk to those who actually still get food stamps out here. I know this is kind of crazy, but we got to talk about these type of things in the community, man. We're talking about the SNAP program, food stamps. Been around for years. I feel like it's a direct hit to black Americans. So let's go ahead and break that down and see why I feel that way and what's going on. It says the SNAP program was a nutritional assistance program. What most of us know, food stamps, it was about 42 million Americans rely on food stamps in America. That's kind of wild to even think, right? That's the question. Why is 42 million Americans on food stamps? Because centuries of systemic racism, redlining, underfunded schools, mass incarcerations, we talk about the Bush era and all this type of thing, and low-wage jobs really backed the economy into corners and really made food stamps what they are. You have to understand in 2023 and 2024, emergency SNAP benefits were added during the pandemic. So a lot of people was doing fraud against some real serious food stamps during the pandemic. And now, those people that was getting those nice chunks is now getting cut off of food stamps to reduce eligibility to these type of things. And even shortening how long you can get the help or adding work requirements. So now what you gotta understand is you have to work a total of 30 hours a week to be able to qualify for food stamps. That's crazy. That's a part-time job, 5 hours a day. The problem is people are already not getting the jobs anyway. So if you add the jobs where people are discriminated against, and then you add that with the requirements for the food stamp, man, that means you have no job and no food stamps. So we can suspect to see a lot of black people kind of falling off. And I hope it don't happen, but saying the reality is when you make a blow like that to food stamps, people actually depend on food stamps, been doing it for years. But they tell you it's all about taxpayer money. But ask yourself, why is feeding hungry children and single mothers, the first thing on the chopping block? This is what I'm trying to do. Why is that the first thing? Why not corporate tax or military spending or something like that? These are the type of things we have to, keep in mind. When SNAP is cut, what is going to happen to the black communities? This is what we have to ask ourselves. Grocery stores in the poorest areas are always the first to close. You must remember that. Kids go hungry in school, and that leads to them failing and not being able to really focus to stay involved. Crime goes up because in desperate times, people will go to desperate measures to eat. You ever been hungry for over 24 hours? How I feel. And black mothers now they have to choose between diapers and dinner. You see, the diapers and dinner, that's tough, for people that's not used to living like that because they always have some food stamps on their card. A lot of it is I think they want us to feel ashamed of getting help. They want you to feel like that. But SNAP and food stamps is not a handout. It's a safety net. Just in case it go all bad for you, you can actually get that. We didn't necessarily crash the economy. We didn't ship jobs overseas. We're just over here trying to survive. A lot of people are thinking like that. We're just trying to survive. We didn't, even tear this place up, get it to where it is now. So what do we do in a situation like that? Well, first, you gotta go to your local voting. When it come up for mayors and congressmen, mayors and governors and stuff like that, you have to vote, guys. That's very important. And then we have to start creating community gardens and growing food ourselves, because they want to cut us off. That's what will bring us back into the whole farmer state of mind. When we grow our own food, we don't need no food stamps. We could buy food from each other. Educate yourself. Really educate yourself, guys. If there's one cut or another cut, you should already know what's coming. A lot of y'all don't even know you got to work those hours per week now to go ahead and qualify for food stamps. And we have to start supporting black-owned stores and co-ops, because that's where these farmer markets that's coming. Let's start mentally making that decision to buy from them, to buy our food from them. That's most important. That helps them grow, and then that also in turn give us a healthy, more stable environment for what we're trying to do, guys. You must understand that, because let's be real. Things in America have always been complicated when it comes to black survival. It's always been something. But we never needed handouts. We just needed opportunities. That's the main thing. We never needed handouts. They want to starve us out the system. It's just that simple. They want to starve us out the system, guys. And we got to fight back. But it's not just with protests, but with knowledge, community, and unity. This is not about food. This is about dignity. How you gonna, is you really gonna stand up and really get on your square? So if this video hit home, share it. Drop something in comments to let us know how you've been affected or how you plan to snap back from it. Make sure you subscribe to 𝐂𝐓𝐀𝐾 Entertainment, because we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep fighting for our people. It's just not all about dancing and doing the latest dance. We're coming with something real. Stay sharp. Stay real sharp. Or if you want a shorter version of something like this, or if this good, you know what I mean? Stay up. Let's go.